Good morning, everyone. I've already been kindly introduced. My name is Julia. I work for the Swiss Trading and Shipping Association. I'm a CSR officer there. And normally, a colleague of mine from a trading company would be here today, but he had to go on a business trip and to Africa to work with a corporation there. He apologized, and I accepted the apology because I know that it's an important part of a merchant, of the work of a merchant, to engage with farmers at the first tier of the supply chain and build long-term relationships with the farmers there. Why is that so? Well, Giray already introduced some challenges that smallholders face, especially everywhere, but also especially in Africa. And these challenges also apply to commodity merchants. Let's take, for example, climate change. If a crop fails due to floods, to droughts, it's also the loss for it's not only the loss for the farmer, but also the loss for the merchant. We also have the challenge of poor infrastructures, poor technology, and education, and this leads to unsustainable production, which leads me to the conclusion that the long-term profitability for a merchant is closely linked to the profitability of a farmer. This is why commodity merchants have long been engaged, committed to sustainable trade. They support farmers by engaging with them directly or through corporations. They provide training and technical assistance. They provide access to technology, to inputs like fertilizers, and to credit, which is very important. Some even provide pre-financing of crops. But they also promote good agricultural practices, which leads to certifications. What is the role of certification for commodity trading? Well, there's a basic rationale. Merchants, they respond to supply and demand. There's been an increase for certified products in the recent years, and a merchant has to satisfy this demand for certified products. For example, in coffee, cocoa, and that's why the merchants play an important role in promoting certification among farmers. The certification system serves as a language that enables consistent values to be communicated up and down the supply chain. So it serves as a guideline also for sustainable production. The most known certifications are UTZ, Rainforest Alliance, the Common Code for the Coffee Community, Nespresso AAA, I hope that's how it's called, and of course Fairtrade. I took an example from the sustainability report from Louis Dreyfus companies. And in their report, they say that they targeted in 2014 a total sales in certified products of 11.3%. But then they were surprised that the actual sales were even higher. It was 13.9%. So there is an increased demand. I wish to take one example from Burundi, where one of our members is a coffee trader, is very active and one of the leading exporters for coffee. As you might all know, Burundi is one of the poorest countries in the world, and approximately half of the population depends directly on coffee. Most of the farmers there are smallholders. That's why this trading company, this merchant for coffee, set up an NGO, created an NGO that wants to help meet those challenges of instability of production levels or low level of soil fertility by running model farms. So they teach the farmers there, they help them developing new systems and to adapt to the challenges in Burundi. This is important to meet their objective, also to improve the livelihood of the local farmers there and to improve their yields. Okay. I was given 5 minutes, so I will add a little bit, of course, now about fair trade. I was asked to do that, but I'm sorry to disappoint you that I won't be like the counterpart for fair trade. I will just speak from the perspective of my members, of what I know, what they do with fair trade, how they see it. Well, I told you about the rationale before that commodity merchants respond to supply and demand of markets. And I also told you that the demand for certified products is increasing, but although the consumers are spending more on fair trade products, in Switzerland it's 58 euros, I think, per year, per person, whereas only in Germany it's 12 euros per person. So the market share is still relatively low compared to conventional products. So, but how do merchants use the fair trade label? They have two options, or even three if they do both, but they can get certified fair trade certified traders. So they can adopt the fair trade trader standard, or, as many do, they source from farm and operators that meet the respective fair trade product standard, or they do both. Yeah, that's the third option. So what the benefits from fair trades are from the perspective of the merchants, it's clearly that they offer producers a better deal, and thus they create an opportunity to improve their lives. Okay. Thank you.